In the heart of the desert, a city glows with faith and fire. Hold, Jerusalem.
For centuries, this sacred city has been the dream of kings and warriors alike. In 1095, a call echoed through Europe. The First Crusade had begun. Thousands of knights crossed seas, driven by faith and destiny toward the Holy Land.
After years of war, blood, and belief, they reached the gates of Jerusalem. In 1099, Jerusalem fell, and the Kingdom of Jerusalem was born. Baldwin I became the first king, ruling a realm built on courage and faith. Fortresses like Acre, Kerak, and Ascalon guarded the new kingdom's borders. Trade and pilgrimage flourished, bringing wealth and diversity to Jerusalem.
The Knights Templar and Hospitallers rose, defenders of the faith and the realm.
Through deserts and mountains, the Crusader orders patrolled sacred routes of pilgrims. Faith and discipline shaped their lives. Monks in spirit, warriors in duty.
Acre became the beating heart of commerce, connecting east and west.
Different faiths traded side by side. Gold spoke a language beyond borders. For nearly a century, the kingdom prospered in fragile peace.
But storms were gathering round. Unity within the kingdom began to fade.
Rival lords fought for power, while enemies united beyond their borders.
In the Muslim world, new leaders rose. Men of vision, strategy, and unity.
Among them stood Salah ad-Din, Saladin, destined to change history forever. He united Egypt and Syria, forging one powerful force with a single purpose: Jerusalem.
The Crusaders sensed the threat, yet pride blinded their unity.
In 1187, Saladin marched toward the Holy Land with an army of destiny.
The Crusader lords gathered their strength for one decisive stand. At Hattin, beneath the blazing sun, two worlds met Baileys, and one would fall. The heat, the hunger, the fire spirant. The Crusaders broke, their cross consumed by flame.
Victory belonged to Saladin. The desert wind carried a new name: mercy and strength. Soon, Jerusalem itself stood before him, the prize and the test. The people braced for the worst, but fate had chosen mercy over massacre. Saladin entered the city not as destroyer, but as a leader who valued peace.
He spared the people of Jerusalem, allowing them to leave safely under his protection. Mercy in an age ruled by war.
News of Jerusalem's fall thundered across Europe. Kings swore a new crusade.
Among them, Richard the Lionheart, a warrior king with unyielding resolve. The Third Crusade began, fierce yet honorable. Two legends destined to meet. Saladin and Richard faced each other not only in war, but in respect.
Despite bloodshed, their honor forged an understanding fang, a truce between warriors.
Jerusalem remained under Muslim control, yet open to all pilgrims of peace.
After years of loss, the Crusaders rebuilt their strength along the coast, and Acre became their new capital.
Trade revived the fading kingdom,
attracting merchants from Venice, Genoa, and beyond.
Diplomacy replaced battle. Temporary truces bought fragile peace. The Crusader orders remained vigilant, training the next generation to defend the Holy Land. But unity was lost. Rivalries among nobles weakened what little power remained.
Constant raids and infighting drained their resources and faith. In Europe, the passion of the Crusades faded. The Holy Land was no longer their priority.
One by one, the remaining cities fell to powerful Muslim rulers, reclaiming their lands.
The once mighty castles of the Holy Land became silent ruins of ambition and faith.
Defeated and weary, the last Crusaders fled to the coast, their kingdom crumbling behind them. In 1291, Acre faced its final siege, the last stronghold of the Kingdom of Jerusalem. The defenders fought bravely, but their fate was sealed. The age of Crusader kings had ended. The last Crusader ships vanished over the horizon, leaving behind only ashes and memories. Thus ended the Kingdom of Jerusalem, a story of faith, glory, and human frailty that still echoes through time.
Decades passed, and the winds of time covered the fallen fortresses with silence.
Yet, from the ashes of war came knowledge, Toad. Eastern science and medicine flowered into Europe.
New trade routes opened, and ideas traveled farther than any army ever could.
Pilgrimage to the Holy City never ceased. Faith survived, even when kingdoms fell. Empires changed. The Ottomans ruled the land for centuries, shaping its destiny anew. Pilgrims from distant lands continued to come heed, drawn by faith, not conquest.
Artifacts of the Crusader age became echoes of history, reminders of faith and folly. The stones of Jerusalem still whisper the voices of kings, pilgrims, and prophets. Here, faith meets history, Kalotti. Every sunrise a reminder of human endurance. Centuries later, the story of the Kingdom of Jerusalem still teaches us about hope.
Empires rose and fell, yet this city never stopped breathing faith into the world. Today, its streets echo with laughter, life reclaiming what war once stole.
From temples to churches to mosques, every stone carries the prayer of centuries.
Today, believers of all faiths walk these streets, proof that coexistence can follow conflict.
The same stones touched by Crusaders now feel the hands of peace.
What was once a symbol of war has become a lesson in humanity's shared journey. The maps have changed, but the heart of Jerusalem still beats the same.
A city where faith never dies unsate, where the divine is found in every light that flickers. The Kingdom of Jerusalem may have fallen, but its story became part of human history itself.
That cross, once raised for conquest.
Historians continue to study its rise and fall to fruit, seeking lessons from the past for peace in the present.
Jerusalem, a city of stone and spirit, where time itself bows in reverence.
The Kingdom of Jerusalem may have vanished, but its legacy endures. a timeless echo of humanity's